Wow. Who would have thought that? Who would have thought that after winning the Champions League 2 years ago, we would be sat here talking about Manchester City being 25th in the new league format of the Champions League, season 2024-2025. And who would have thought that we would be sat here talking about Manchester City versus Club Brugge being the defining game that could determine City's fate in this Champions League campaign? I mean, just like I told you yesterday, if you don't like this new league format, then you're just a hater. What is going on, people? You know the face, you know the name. Aaron here, back again with another video. Shout out to everybody tuning in and shout out to everybody showing love and respect and support. And it's road to 15K. We're nearly there. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, or if you just want to show some love in general, you can do that by doing the following things. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment as well as the video's going along. And as you're listening to what I'm saying, you can leave a comment and give your thoughts as per usual. And listen, we're here to talk about the one and only game that pretty much everybody watched tonight. PSG 4, Man City 2, and Man City have lost another game in the Champions League. Or should I say, dropped points again in the Champions League. I mean, this was a must-win game for both teams, and I was more afraid for PSG than I was for Man City, because I think if PSG would have lost tonight, that pretty much would have solidified the fact or confirmed the fact that they would have been out. So they had to win this game today. So the fact that they were 2-0 down and managed to pull it back to 2-2, then win it. Yeah, compliment to the team, compliment to Luis Enrique, compliment to the whole staff, the fans as well. They've done their part. And that was a big game, man. That was a huge, huge game. Massive game for both teams. And like I said, must-win game for both teams, man. Where do I even start? Because everything started so perfectly for Man City. You know, Man City, the usual. Controlling the game, controlling the narrative, keeping possession, knocking the ball around. But they found it a quite difficult task in the first half, I have to say. In the first half, they found it really, really difficult because PSG defensively were really good. Defensively, I thought PSG was set up. Actually, not really good. I thought defensively PSG was set up perfectly. They were set up perfectly by Luis Enrique. And I think it deserves massive, massive praise. Massive praise from the back all the way up to the front. And at certain points, it felt like it was man marking. Like every time City had the ball and they tried to look for somebody to be free to play the pass to, it seemed like a PSG player was there. It seemed like a PSG player was there to either take the ball away, which is something we saw in the first few seconds. The ball was played long to Phil Foden. He brings it down nicely. Nuno Mendes is there straight away, barges Phil Foden out the way, takes the ball and just runs forward. And that was in the first minute. And that kind of set the tone as well of what type of game it was going to be. Yes, City were going to have all the possession. Yes, City were going to do what they do always. But PSG were never going to bow out of this game not trying, you know? Even if at one point it seemed like they were, but they weren't trying to go out of this game like people that didn't try. Do you know what I mean? So, like I said, you know, City found it really difficult, even though sometimes PSG had the better chances. I'm thinking of the first half, you know, Achraf Hakimi, his goal got ruled out. I think of the Desiré Doué chance where he kind of did the step over on the right-hand side and then took a shot. Nobody expected it to be on target, but, you know, Ederson had to make the save. And PSG were through on goal quite a few times, but it just felt like they were lacking that little extra, I don't know, maybe a number 9? Yeah, maybe, just maybe. But anyway, who am I to know? Um, on the left hand side, Barcola was through, I think, two, three times, but he just disappointed me because it felt like he was through, but then, yeah, after that, it was just lackadaisical. And I know that's his whole persona and that's how he likes to play football and that. I understand it. But it was just disappointing to see that in the final third, that last bit of quality was lacking. And in the second half, they kind of got punished for it. They really got punished for it because Man City opens the score through Jack Grealish, who had come on at the start of the second half. Two changes Manchester City made. Savinho, sorry, went off, and who else went off? I can't remember. Anyway, two changes for Manchester City. Grealish came on. Rico Lewis came on. I think it was Mateus Nunes that went off, innit? Yes, it was Mateus Nunes that went off, and it almost paid off instantly. Jack Grealish gets the goal after a little scuffle in the box, ricocheted, and here and there, the ball lands into Jack Grealish's feet. He pulls the trigger, and at that point, you're thinking, this is getting difficult for PSG. And it did get more difficult for PSG because City got a second one. And I have to say, that breakaway was really good from Mateus Nunes from the right hand side. He absolutely runs down the line. Nobody nowhere near him, not making a challenge, not making a tackle. And I think that's what really annoyed some of the fans and probably Luis Enrique as well. Breakaway from Mateus Nunes. He drifts inside, plays the ball out wide to Jack Grealish. Jack Grealish stops the ball, has time to look, make the pass into the box. The ball ricocheted, from Joao Neves' foot into Haaland's path, and he had to just push it in the back of the net, and it's 2-0. And at that point, I was even messaging my friends in the group chat. I was like, rah, PSG and the Champions League is a marriage that we're just never going to see. It's never going to happen. It's never going to work out because how many more opportunities do you want to have? How many more attempts do you want to have at trying to win this competition? I mean, these are the games where you need to turn up. These are the games where you need to, show the fans at least that you want this. 2-0 down. And I think I spoke too early. I spoke too soon because PSG turned the switch on and they just changed the complete trajectory of the game. Ousmane Dembele, who came on at halftime as well, had a huge, huge part to play in the way PSG played and the dynamic and the speed and the pace of the game that he brought into the game. Sorry, the dynamism and the speed he brought into the game was absolutely fantastic. He was electrifying. In that half, Ousmane Dembele was going mad, absolutely crazy. Nutmegging, man, and I think that one shot, he nutmegged Bernardo Silva. Then the following shot after that, crashes on the crossbar. PSG actually pull one back. No, that was the equalizer. PSG pull one back to make it 2-1. Then they equalize. Shot from Desiré Doué onto the crossbar. And then Barcola gets the equalizer. And speaking of Barcola, did you, man, see the way he cooked Mateus Nunes? And up until that point, he was quite poor. But that really kicked his game into gear. That's when he really kicked into gear. Bro, he receives the ball on the left-hand side. He's literally on the touchline. Nutmegs Mateus Nunes and just goes on a run, bro. The burners on that guy, yeah. The burners on my man, bro. Pulls it back for Ousmane Dembele. Tap in, 2-1. They get the equalizer. Then, and that's what really, the 3-2 that PSG scored, that probably embodies all of Manchester City's problems. Defensively, going to sleep, not being concentrated. A cross is being played into the box, to the far post, and nobody, and I mean nobody, was marking Joao Neves. No one. He was completely free, probably the smallest man on the pitch. He gets a header, it's 3-2, and at that moment I knew Man City weren't going to come back. I just knew it. I just knew they weren't going to come back. And in fact, they were so bad that even the whole possession-based game in the second half was really, really poor. The second goal that PSG scored, the equalizer, all came from Kovacic losing the ball. Loses the ball gets played into Desiré Doué, and then you know the rest. Speaking of the midfield, because I'm speaking about Kovacic. Speaking of the midfield, Man City's midfield was poor today. Bernardo Silva, Kovacic, Kevin De Bruyne. I mean, if there was any, and listen, he's a quality player, but if there was any time to try and probably look for a different challenge, it's probably now. Because if you can't influence Champions League games like tonight, crucial Champions League ties, not even a tie, but you get my point. If you can't influence crucial Champions League games and you're being taken off for James McAtee to bring fresh flavor and something new, something different, you know your time's coming to an end. You know your time's coming to an end because that was a really poor display from Kevin De Bruyne. I'm not going to lie. The brightest player on the pitch today, I would probably say Phil Foden, I would say. And he wasn't amazing tonight. I'd probably say Phil Foden, man. And it's really, really worrying because, yeah, PSG obviously go on to score a fourth one. It went to VAR. They had to check it. And then they saw that the last person to touch the ball before Gonzalo Ramos put the ball in the back of the net was actually Guardiola. He makes it 4-2. Ramos, that is. He makes it 4-2. And it's game over. It's done. Finished. And the referee subsequently blew the whistle as well. And it's looking very, very peak for Manchester City. Because guess what? In the space of 2 weeks, or 3 weeks, I should say, they've got Chelsea on Saturday. They've got Club Brugge. And listen, don't give me this, oh, they're going to beat Club Brugge at home. Did we think that they were going to draw 3-3 at home against Feyenoord? Nobody thought that. Nobody expected that. But guess what? City defensively are so poor and they're leaking goals left, right, and centre that anything can happen. So, Chelsea on the weekend at home. Then they got Club Brugge at home in the Champions League next week. And after that, they got the big one. Arsenal away. And listen, despite Arsenal having a lot of injuries, it's still a very, very big game. Massive game. And if Man City go to the Emirates and lose to a depleted Arsenal squad, oh yeah, we're going to have conversations. We're definitely going to have conversations because it's already looking peak now. So what's it going to look like if they don't get a result against Chelsea? They don't get a result against Club Brugge, which would, by the way, anything else but a win against Club Brugge would technically mean that Manchester City would be out of the Champions League, which would be absolutely insane after giving Haaland a 9.5-year extension on his contract, after signing Marmoush, after signing Viktor Reis, after signing Kuzanov. That would be a big blow for Man City, man. I'm not going to lie. Massive, massive blow for Man City. This was a missed opportunity. And more pressure is going to be put on them now. By the fans, the media, they're going to pile on. They're going to pile on to them now. No more Manchester City sugarcoating and all of that. Because I know, in the media, they praised Man City and they said Man City were back 6-0 against Ipswich. That's it. They're kicking into gear now. They're back on it. Back to business. I don't think so. I don't think so. I do not think so. Because now, like I said, Chelsea, Club Brugge, Arsenal. Those are the 3 games they need to be focused on. And I swear they got Liverpool along the way as well. Somewhere along. So they got Chelsea, Club Brugge, Arsenal, Leyton Orient, Newcastle and Liverpool. Bro, oi, listen, oh my days. Hold on. I can't believe I'm reading this. Man City's next games. Let's say Man City's next games until mid-March. Chelsea at home. Club Brugge at home. Arsenal at home. Leyton Orient away. Newcastle and Liverpool at home back-to-back. Then they got Spurs away and Nottingham Forest away. Listen. It's not that straightforward for Man City. That's all I'm going to say. That is all I'm going to say because, yeah. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. As for PSG, this is a step in the right direction because they needed this win. They needed this win badly. Luis Enrique needed it because could you imagine Luis Enrique in this new new Champions League format to crash out as a 25th, 26th, that would have been an embarrassment. And I think the hierarchy would have probably thought about pulling the trigger in terms of bringing in somebody new because he's being given all the tools. And fair play, he's done his job today. They're kind of safe. But it's not over for them either because they've got Stuttgart away, which is not going to be easy. So listen, this new league format is giving us a lot of entertainment and it's given us quality fixtures because nobody's safe. Look at the table. I'm even checking some of the other scores. Bayern Munich got slapped 3-0 away against Feyenoord. Who doesn't love this new format, man? Some standout players that I want to talk about, some standout players I want to big up. Barcola really picked himself back up in the second half, played really well. João Neves, what an absolute baller. I did tell you guys, and I said this before, yesterday actually, I said this yesterday about Pedri. I will take these type of ballers every day of the week over your physical specimen because all they got is this and they got good feet and they can play ball. That's all I need to appreciate a footballer. So João Neves, Barcola, have to big him up. Ousmane Dembele, have to big him up. Came on, changed the game. And that's what you want from your forwards. You want them to come on. If they come off the bench, you want them to come on and make the difference. And that's what they done today. So, yeah, listen, let me know what you think in the comment section below, man. Listen, Man City, it's looking peak for you, man. 3 crucial games coming up. Chelsea, Club Brugge, and Arsenal. And again, it sounds crazy, but Club Brugge could actually go to the Etihad and get points or a point. It's not impossible. It's really not impossible. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section below, people. It's road to 15K. If you made it till the end of this video, go in the comment section and type in, it's peak for Man City. Type that in the comment section below so I know you made it till the end. Anyway, people, that was it from me. Like, share, comment, subscribe. It's road to 15K. See you tomorrow for the match reaction of Man United against Rangers. And this one could end badly, bro. I'm not going to lie to you. This one could end really, really badly. I can see Man United losing against Rangers. I've got a strange feeling in my heart that tomorrow we're not going to get a result. But I could be wrong. Anyway, like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.